Hey guys, welcome to That's Bold Podcast video edition. What? That's crazy. So, for this week's podcast, I just decided to do something a little bit different in recording. So this is actually going to be up on our YouTube channel instead of our Spotify. And I kind of wanted to do this video in a more intimate setting. As you can tell, this is really intimate. I really wanted to talk about kind of how life's been going recently. And let me get a little bit more comfortable here. I want to talk about how life's been going recently. And also, the big question you guys are probably asking is, why isn't my co-host here? What? Why isn't Emma here? So Emma and I have been gone, as you could tell. We've been gone for quite a while, and we haven't posted anything for a long time. So I was in Italy for 2 weeks out in Rome, just traveling as one does, and just kind of like go, go, go ever since I was younger. And I don't know, I feel like this time in Rome, it was just particularly special. It was beautiful, first of all. Rome in fall is just gorgeous. I really recommend you guys to go. It's so nice. If you have the possibility, I would say for sure go to Rome in fall. But it's just been kind of like a go, go, go month, and I was so sick during the whole month of October, and it was just so hard to get me and Emma to sit down, and we've been just thriving in college, and we didn't want to mess that up, so we just decided to stop. But recently, the Lord has really shown me something that I never really thought I would get to know, and it was kind of just like patience. The Lord has really tested my patience in these past few months, and I never really, I always have known what the word patience has meant, but I never really had to enact it in such a big way. Like, let me put it into example of, like, I had to wait for little things, like, when an Amazon package would arrive, or when, like, Christmas. Guys, Christmas is just around the corner. I'm being really patient right now. The amount of Christmas things I have bought to decorate my room, and I only have one thing up, and I wish I could. It's literally right here. It's a little garland, and I posted it on my Instagram story. Go follow me on Instagram. Shameless plug. But this patience that I'm talking about is something like bigger than just the Christmas patience that you get. This is something like waiting for bigger things. I feel like I'm genuinely, I have ADHD, so I'm a super impatient person, and I really can't do one thing and not jump on to the next thing or think about the next thing that I'm doing. It's literally just a bad habit. I don't know what to tell you. It's ADHD. But I think through the past few months, the Lord has really taught me how I need to focus on one thing and be present in one thing. For example, like when I was sick, I literally couldn't do anything. I was bedridden. I had pneumonia for 4 weeks, and I had no idea it was pneumonia. And I was in and out of doctors' offices. They told me multiple different things, and I was just like, God, can you please take this away? I just want to be normal. And the Lord kind of told me that I can't rush being better. I can't rush that at all. My body has to work on its own to get this infection out of my lungs. And all I can do is literally just sit around and wait, which is exactly what the Lord calls us to do in his return for the Son. He tells us to literally wait. It's a waiting game, and you can either sit and brood and be so upset about it, or you can flourish and share the gospel and do all this stuff. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's just been so hard for me, but I'm finally learning what patience is about. And I've had a lot of struggles, especially this week, just with patience, and I feel like I've been able to handle it a lot better. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm literally unperfect. I cannot be farther from perfect. Um, but I think that it's just so comforting and humbling to know that you literally are not perfect. I don't know, there's some sort of wisdom in that. Like, you literally are not perfect. And I know it can crush you, and I know it can like be like, oh gosh, I'm like not perfect. Like, coming from a perfectionist who literally has been diagnosed with perfectionism, it was gut wrenching at first, but now I find it quite comforting. Like, I am not perfect, but the one who is literally like literally made me. Like, isn't that crazy? I think it's just insane to know that like I am so unable of perfect. I don't know. It's humbling for sure, but it's also really comforting. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really just yapping. Um, that's the pneumonia. Um, I think that another thing I really wanted to talk about was kind of like what I'm doing right now. Not just, right now, but what I'm doing in my life right now. And right now I'm going to a community college in my area. I'm fully online so I can focus fully on my job, which is the Thrive program. If you didn't see my podcast with the Thrive program, I'll link it down below because it's really good. And I just love working with Michelle and being able to do stuff like that with her. Um, but I really just, in doing that podcast, it was so weird to not talk to my account, like my people. Like, it was so much fun. Do not get me wrong. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity. But it was so weird to not talk to the That's Bold, like, people. It was so weird to talk to, like, the emetophobia free channel. And I think it was so interesting because it's literally different. Like, on here I talk about like my biggest icks, my like my life and like intimate personal things. But on there I was talking about a side of me that I don't really think I've shared a lot on here, which is something I really want to start doing. Is I want to start sharing a lot more of my deep and personal life here rather than on like not on here. But that podcast was the most fun. I am forever, forever grateful for Michelle who let me be on the podcast and the whole entire Metaphobia Free crew, Thrive program crew. I'm still training to be a TC right now, which is Thrive Consultant. It is so fun. Let me tell you, it's literally so rewarding and it's so fun and it's literally just so incredibly different from any job that I've ever done before. It's so, like, I'm literally helping people and I'm teaching people how to get their life back, which is crazy. And I can totally see God working through this opportunity with me. Like, I really see that, like, I could, implement so much value in my own life with just helping people and helping myself at the same time. It's really just, I don't know, it's been so busy, you guys. I've literally just been so busy. Um, everybody is just kind of on their own. College, hot take, college is so much better than high school. I'm gonna let that sink in. I'm gonna say it again. College is so much better than high school. College is just so different. Like, in literally, what time is it? It's 4:02 right now when I'm filming this. In 2 hours, I'm gonna go play volleyball with a bunch of people that I really, some of them I know, but most of them I really don't know. And it's just about a community, like, and maybe it was just maybe it was just my high school, but I feel like high school is just so different. Like, you go to class with these people every day, you are basically stuck with these people every day. But in college, life gets so fun. Like, you really truly feel like you are a you're getting to know yourself better. In high school, you've got this set rubric, like you've got this set amount of classes that you take. You've got these amount of credits you gotta take, this amount of people you gotta see. Like, literally, everything is just so different. But in college, it's like I'm actually picking my major. I'm actually picking what classes I want to take, obviously, except for gen eds. But I mean, gen eds are even more fun than high school classes, I feel like. Um, but like, I don't know. I feel like college is just so different. It's a different water with a different school of fish. Like, it's just so different. I don't even it is. And it's so nice because I'm online. So I wake up every morning at around 10 o'clock. That is so embarrassing to admit. That is actually incredibly embarrassing to admit that I wake up every morning at 10 o'clock. I wake up every morning at 10 o'clock, start my day bright and fresh. I make myself my own coffee, or I go to a coffee shop with a friend. Um, and then I go and do my schoolwork, which takes me a total of like 2 hours. I'm not even kidding. It's light work. And I do my schoolwork, and then I go to I go to volleyball, or I go to Salt, which is I'm pretty sure it's like all over the US, but I will explain it for the people who don't know. It's like a college ministry. Go to Salt, or go to my community group through Salt, and I go to bed at I'm not embarrassed to admit that I go to bed at like 12 every night, and then I sleep until 10. It's just the life that I live now. It is. It literally just is the life that I live now. Um but what's crazy is literally the fact that every single person in college is just so different from, like, I feel like you mature more when you're in college, which is definitely a reality because you definitely do mature more when you're in college. But you definitely mature more when you're in college because you're like, oh, I'm on my own now. Like, I gotta shape up, or you're literally gonna get eaten alive. Whereas in high school, it's like, oh, I still live with my parents. Like, oh, I'm still under this roof, which granted I still do live with my parents, but not for long. Not for long. I don't know. I feel like life just moves faster in college. It literally does. I think it's almost the end of first semester, and I think this is probably the fastest semester I've ever had. Even my senior year in high school, this is the fastest semester I've ever had. Truly, truly the fastest semester I've ever had. I don't know. But I mean, it's just crazy how it changes. I feel like a completely different person than I did in the beginning of the semester. Like, really, I feel like a different person. Um, Another thing is somebody asked me in my Spotify, when you click on comments, you can ask questions. Somebody asked me, um, what are some other topics that you're gonna do on your podcast? And that's something for you guys, you the people, to decide. Who do you want on the podcast? Also, what topics would you want to listen to? I feel like this was kind of just like a recap, and I mean, it's a good recap, but I feel like this is just really for the people who want to know why Emma's not here. But also who want to know why we've been gone so long. Also, this sun face on my pillow isn't this pillow so cute? I got this. Where did I get this? I got this from a thrift store. How cute is this pillow? Anyway, I'm getting so off topic. It's that ADHD. But I kind of want to close this off, if I will, with a little bit of encouragement to my viewers. You're gonna do fine. Look at how I turned out. You're gonna do fine. If I can do it, you can do it. And I feel like this culture that we live in today is so very like, you could do anything you put your mind to, and you've got this, and like, you could be whoever you want to be, and that is so true, and there's some truth in that. But also, don't feel the pressure of society to shape who you are. I'm gonna say that again. Don't believe the pressure of society to shape who you are. Because if you like the color red and the whole entire world does not like the color red, then you go ahead and like the color red. Because that shapes who you are. If you wear ballet flats and the rest of the world, well, that's really not true, but the rest of the world doesn't like ballet flats, then you go ahead and wear those dang ballet flats. Because I think that your characteristics show really truly who you are. And I don't know, I feel like we don't hear that enough today. Like, don't listen to what other people try to whisper in your ear. That's another thing about college that's amazing, is that you don't feel the pressure of society to try to fit in, because everybody's on their own roadmap and everybody's just trying to live life, and you're just kind of on your own roadmap. There's no school of fish. You're on your own. You're your own person. And it's really truly amazing, like, just the amount of growth I've seen in other people as they're transitioning from high school to college. There's just such a difference, and it's incredibly amazing to see. Like, your friend could literally go from rock bottom to the tippy top where they're just flourishing and thriving and incredibly sound. I don't know, that's a little bit of food for thought, but I guess it's just like, you can't believe completely what the world tries to say about you. I don't know. That's a food for thought to leave you with your day. That's a little bit of ADHD Gabbie. This should really be called the ADHD podcast, because I feel like I really get off topic a lot. But anyway, guys, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you back in my cozy little corner next time. Bye, guys.